Welcome back to Left Lane Chronicles, the livest place where throttles meets truth and bike life meets real life. I'm your host, Shy Will Glide, and tonight we've had a special brother duo in the building tonight that's been putting miles down and cameras up. Scooter from Georgia Biker Life and J Dot from Hogging Lanes. These brothers aren't just riding, they're documenting their journey, inspiring the culture, showing what real motorcycle brotherhood looks like on and off the road. Tonight we're going deep into their story, what sparks their love for riding, their vision for their YouTube channels, upcoming rides, and what the future holds for them. Strap on your helmets and let's get on the road. Welcome,
Yes, sir.
fellas.
What's going on, Shy Wood? How you doing, brother?
So what's going
Doing
on,
good,
Shy
doing
Will, man?
good.
Shout out to Left Lane Chronicles.
Yes,
How y'all
sir.
do? How y'all fellas feeling tonight?
Feeling great, man. Feeling great. How about
That's
yourself?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm sitting here with two of the most power. Well, not I won't say most because somebody might try to beat me up if I say that. But y'all are the most powerful brother duo that I'm seeing right now on YouTube, and y'all killing the game. How does it feel to know that y'all doing as great as y'all doing tonight?
Man, it's really it wasn't planned that. So every second, every like, every comment, every video that me and him dropping, this whole journey has been amazing, man, because it's not thought out. We really just, going with the universe, man.
Right. Absolutely, man. Like I said, it started off with just an idea of just, like he say, pressing that record button. And we don't know what the end product going to be, but apparently, people are enjoying it, and we appreciate the support.
Yes,
Definitely.
sir, shit.
So people see y'all on the camera, and I get it. Sometimes they don't get it a lot of time to know who you guys truly are or a little bit about yourselves. So let's start off where you guys originally from. Are y'all from Georgia or
Well, me personally, roll tide. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. But Pops was in the military, so I moved around a lot. I was born in Mobile, but I really was raised in San Diego, California before we came
a
to Atlanta. Yeah, definitely. Like I said, yeah, it was naval base. So, he was Navy dad. So yeah, I stayed in San Diego probably about 8 years, Fort Knox for maybe two and a half, and then we came to Atlanta. And then of course,
Hey, man, I came through. Georgia boy,
all
official.
day, all day.
I'm a Georgia boy. You hear me? So it's like I'm born and raised from here, man. Decatur, Ellenwood area. You know what I mean? So I come from the east side of Decatur, and it's just been all Georgia for me, man. I went back and forth to Mobile, visit my family, but all years that I've been living has been right here in the state of Georgia, man. I really don't see myself calling nowhere else home.
Oh,
and
definitely.
it's crazy that you mentioned San Diego. I was actually stationed in San Diego from 2015 to 2018. So
Wow.
yeah,
I didn't get
my son was
I didn't
born
get
there.
to experience that, man.
Yeah,
I
man.
wasn't born yet. When I was little, I used to be mad, like, what, we stayed in Cali? We stayed in California. I never got to experience
I grew
it.
up off of Jack in the Box and SeaWorld. You feel
Hey,
me?
hey, listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, I got tired of Jack in the Box. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just one of them things where it's just like once you done had it way too many times, you just don't
True
care
enough,
for it
though.
no more. And
True
then they
enough.
got
Now, if you done had it too many times, yeah, like I said, you get tired of it. But me as a truck driver, I'll be on the road sometime. When I fly through Texas, though, I gotta have some of the fried tacos, man. The fried
Yeah.
tacos from Jack in the Box hit every time.
And as far as Georgia go, I actually lived in Tucker, Georgia with my grandmother when I was a kid. So I spent a little bit of time down there.
Oh yeah, right there on the east side, Tucker, right around the corner for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So what was it like growing up as brothers? Like how was that for you guys? How was your childhood?
Let the little brother speak. So first off, I'm the baby boy. So y'all know I got the baby boy syndrome. This has always been my big brother slash dad. You know how that is. But now, seriously, man, he's a real stand up big brother. And so growing up, I was bad. So he was like not cool to me because he was definitely trying to keep his little brother in line. So it was like more of like, you always telling me what to do. I can't go nowhere with you. I'm not old enough, but it's like now that I got older, man, I realized that he was just doing his job. You know what I mean? I don't know what the label and the job of being a big brother is. So therefore the older I got, and then of course through my kids, I realized that firstborn and that oldest son, he has a job to do. And my brother did it well, man. So that means growing up, we wasn't that close, to tell you the truth, man.
Really wasn't.
Now what y'all see is really probably the closest me and my brother ever been in our life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We've always had things in common, old school cars and, playing the game and stuff like that, where we still hung out with each other and did things together. But what we got now, we locked in for life, man. And it's like,
It's different.
for me to be able to experience all these moments with my brother is a lot, because me and him did not get to experience this with our late father. So we never went on a ride with our daddy. So now that we're able to do this together, it's kind of like we're doing exactly what we wanted to do with our father, but we're able to do it and still carry that last name, still carry that legacy, do it for our kids, my grandkids, and basically just inspire the family and my boys to just keep this thing going, because again, we wasn't born into it. We was handed down something that we took and we just ran with it.
Definitely.
So
That's
speaking of, oh no, go ahead, go ahead. My bad.
and that's the thing, like I said, we're 6 years apart. So, when I was growing up, I already had my little friends and everything else. And like I said, of course, he's my little brother. So he was in my right hip a lot. You know what I mean? Carrying him around. And he just wanted to go places with us. But like I said, once he got to the teenager stages, I was my late teens, early 20s, life totally changed. I'm out now. You know what I mean? I'm outside. He still got to be inside in a sense, right? And of course, we went different paths in that time period. And like I said, that's when life changed for both of us. We were both like living our own life. Even though we was brothers, we was close. He could always call on me. But yeah, his lifestyle and my lifestyle were two different things. And then of course, as we got older, like I said, yeah, we got a little bit closer. But of course, that traumatic experience that we both had to go through, like it really pulled us a whole lot closer. Like I said, when we started this journey, man, I still remember we used to send each other what 10, 15, 20 videos a day.
Every day. We like, YouTube. Watch this, man.
Watch this. Clutch control.
And that's
breaking.
why I tell all the senseis and LPs and the extras and the troubles and the skeeters, all of you out.
Like, we were proud of y'all.
Kelly B, we was watching Bogey. I was watching every last one of these channels of these same guys that I get to, mingle with, that has now became brothers. I got to actually sit back and they really helped me through this whole process of breaking that fear and just feeling like I had visual knowledge. You read that book, we had to go through the whole MSL course. You got to go out there and take the course. But before all that, it just like, I created my channel to inspire. They definitely inspired me and my brother to really just go through and say, like, man, you can do it. Just do it.
Definitely.
And you can be like us.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, like, when like, who was the first one to start riding?
So I happened here, man, like, so we leave my father's funeral, right? Me and my brother laid my father to rest. When we got back to his house, we was packing up, we finna get ready to go. My father's wife came out and she said, it's something that I have to give you that your father wanted me to give you. Gave it to me, and it was the keys to the Harley and the title. My brother didn't have no bike. Technically, I didn't have no bike.
Right.
We never rode nothing. We didn't grow up on four-wheelers. We had BMX bikes, mountain bikes. We grew up on Huffies. Straight up, we got
Sonic 6. I had a back wing when I was 12 years old.
Seriously, back in the 90s, he had an actual, he had a good shift in there. He had a shift and everything on his BMX bike. So my dad didn't play about that. We literally was able, that's one Christmas gift I could put on my list. Like every 2 years,
I had a bike.
we're gonna be able to get a new bike. Every 2 years. So every Christmas I remember, coming out, we putting the cars on there, making them sound like dirt bikes. So that was the only bike, two-wheel bike that me and my brother had. No dirt bike, no manual, anything. Fast forward, bro know how to drive manual because he drive trucks. And even back then, my dad taught him how to drive. He's older than me. So he got his license before me. So back then, my dad had a manual car. He taught my brother how to drive a manual car. But I was 12 at the time. I was 10. He didn't teach me. So when I tell you, I went in the game with didn't understand RPMs, nothing. So I bring the bike home. I look at my brother. And I literally tell him, like, he was happy for me. Like, yeah, man. He sat on the bike. And I looked at him like, bro, you got to get one. So we like, yeah. And I looked at him, I said, nah, let's sign up for the MSL course, and I don't want to do it by myself. Back to him being my big brother, to tell y'all the truth. I wanted somebody there with me, like, bro, you got to come with me, bro. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I ain't going to do it by myself. Like, you ain't got to get no bike. Just come get your license, you know?
Yeah.
So he hit me back like, it's a class, September 6th.
Yeah. I was on it.
You want to lock it in? We both sit back by 2-3 days. We like, man, let's pull the trigger. After you pay that $200 something, you better go. You got, yeah, you can't turn around now. You got to pay before you go. Pay for the license, bro. So me and him started riding the exact same time. I maybe had around the neighborhood once or twice before my brother really got on a bike. But basically, the exact same time, me and him took on this whole journey, you know, at the exact same time together, man.
I mean, cause we was outside and we was, duck walking the bike around the circle right here, around the cul-de-sac.
Yeah.
Like literally just trying to figure out the weight of the bike. Feet would not go up on those floorboards for nothing in the world. So my feet just stayed close to the ground just in case. Well, I would not put my feet on that floorboard at all. Didn't know nothing about no friction zone.
We pressing
I'm
front
pretty sure he
brake.
probably burning the clutch out.
Yeah,
like, we was disrespectful at first. Like, straight up.
900-pound bike now. It ain't no light bike. So
she was fully dressed, had a tool pack on and the whole nine. We just out there just playing around with it like it's a bicycle. And like I said, to the MSF course, got a little bit of knowledge and confidence.
that confidence did.
Yeah, the confidence really did it. Then we came home and it was like, shoot, from there, it was around the neighborhood to up street to the parking lot,
So
to gas station around the corner.
each gas station, we went to the furthest one,
Walmart.
went to Walmart, and then was like, you know what? Let's just ride, bro.
Let's just go.
And we just started going, man. You know what I mean? And that's just really how it started. And I ain't stopped.
Hey, you got to start somewhere, and that speaks on, what I'm saying, the grit and grind that you guys had to keep going. Because you got some people, they'll see that, okay, this is a heavy bike, maybe this isn't for me, and they'll give up. But the fact that you guys had the fortitude to keep going, that speaks volumes within itself. I didn't really have like an older sibling or anybody to go to the MSF. Well, I didn't have no one go with me to the MSF course. I did mine, my BRC. I did while I was still on active duty, and around that time, my older sister. 'Cause I got two older sisters. I'm the third child. So like one of my very oldest sisters, she was just in the bikes, and she went and did her thing with getting her. I think she got her motorcycle license now. I think she went to BRC and got a motorcycle license, but yeah. So me and her will talk about it here and there whenever we speak. But other than that, like I didn't my inspiration for riding was my older cousins, and they're like years older than me. So growing up, I would see them on bikes. I would see when I was in New York, I would see like the Rough Riders and stuff like that. So those were like my inspirations. And then later on, when I seen like the movie Biker Boys, that right there, just like that right there yeah, you know what I'm saying? That right there put the nail in the coffin for me. And I always told myself, I said, I'm gonna get a bike. That is something I have to do. So when I got the opportunity to get one, I literally took my tax money and I bought me I bought not a brand new bike, but I bought me a bike. And my first bike was ZX6R.
And see, that's the thing too. Like, if you ask me back, I've always been in the bikes. I think, like you said, growing up as a kid, just I remember this. My son didn't live this life, but when you wake up and you pull your bicycle out the garage and it's 7 in the morning, and I never forget the grass still wet, and you just kicking it through the cut to go knock on one homeboy door. Man, get your bike. Then y'all both go pull up at the next man's house. And you just go from door to door. Next thing you know, y'all just riding around the neighborhood on the bikes. I got to experience that. So for me to be able to do that same thing now on a motorcycle, which I thought it would have been straight sport bikes. I'm like you, if I would have just entered into this just by me saying I'm finna go get the MSF course, I want to ride motorcycles, I'd be on a R1 right now, going up through there. But for me to just 900-pound touring bike, a Harley at that, I wouldn't even be here right now. if you kind of understand, like this community, and that's what I tell people, everybody got different communities. Cause I done been out to the bike nights with the race bikes, with the sport bikes, and they be lit, they be turned up, and they
Different vibe.
But
Yeah,
it's something
I know.
about throwing on them boots and that leather, man, and feeling that rumble and having tunes playing, and it just puts me in a grown man vibe, and that's what I love about Harley is that it comes with I don't want to use the word image, but a lifestyle that lifestyle does have a particular image around it as well. As much as people don't want to say it, it is what it is. You don't see too many people unless they're in clubs with vest and boots on, cowboy boots riding R1s. Right. I like my cowboy boots and leather vest. You see what I'm saying? I like the look of riding on a Harley compared to, me suiting up in a drag suit and having to get on my R1 and put on a whole drag suit. That's a totally different look for me, man. So it's like I was kind of blessed at the same time going through what we went through, but it changed me and my brother's life. Me getting handed this Harley, man, I got it tatted. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's a forever thing. It really is. I know for a fact I will ride to the day I leave this earth, man.
I think that's one of the biggest things. Like, yes, the Harley is cool. They look great. The feel that you get, wind therapy and everything else. But
brotherhood, boy.
the thing that is done for our life, just from 2 years ago to where we are now, it's kind of even hard to put in words until you really just go through it.
You gotta experience it. That's why I'm telling people on the channel, just do it. Yeah. Just experience it. Go out there. You don't have to have no friends. I am blessed again to have a brother that I can just brother ride though. Yeah. Everybody out there know I don't need nobody. I don't need nobody to ride with. I don't need nobody to ride with. But do I want to ride with other brothers? Of course. You know what I mean? Like that's the whole point. I just went out with Sensei and we just had a lovely ride for my birthday, man. And I'm talking about down the meeting new people, man. I got subscribers jumping out the truck. Talking about, I just watched your video last night. Just that experience, just that embracement. I feel like when I get on Pearl, I'm embraced everywhere I go. Even at the light, you feel the kids looking at you. Man. Yeah. They in the back seat like, mama. You feel it. And I just like, it's so uplifting as I just go through the streets of Georgia, man, and on these back roads and going places that I never would have went in my car. I just wouldn't have took those routes. Life is all about certain routes and, obstacles that you go through. And I just feel like us being on motorcycles, man, we got the detour from the main street. You off the main highway. You off of the commuting path. I'm not commuting. I'm literally on an adventure. I'm just riding. You don't do that in your car. I don't. I say that. I don't do that in my car. When I crank up my car, it's to go somewhere and come back.
And get back.
When I get on my bike, I don't care where I'm going. I'm just going. Yeah.
So, do you think that riding has strengthened your bond as brothers?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Like I said, it's one of these things that we constantly talk about. Like, I'm pretty sure his wife is probably mad at me because this all we talk about. I'm pretty sure my son is mad at me because this is all I talk about.
You put that man in the doghouse, man.
Oh man, I try not to. I tell him all the time, hey man, it's time to go home. Or let me go ahead and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we were kicking it last night like that.
Straight up.
You know what? Yeah, let's shut it down, bro.
Now we gonna start cleaning up the bikes and everything.
But me and bro been like that anyway.
Yeah, we feel like that.
We'll sit up all night. We get that from our dad too, man. Just like how we just sitting and chopping it up now, man. You pull up on me and bro, you bound to spend a night. You know what I'm saying? You might have to call home too and let wife, I'm with school and Jay.
I always got a couch for somebody, man.
We finna talk all night. We finna kick it. We got plenty of stories to tell, and we got plenty of things to talk about. That's why I do music, man. I use a lot of this platform to not just declutter my mind, but to speak my mind. You see what I'm saying? It's like I have so many thoughts and ideas, and I've been through enough to not try to just tell somebody how to get through something, but try to tell them I've been through it too if you have, and look at me. Like, not look at me in the sense of, oh man, I'm here, Nah, look at me like I'm still, my back's not bent. I'm still walking straight. You still see me smiling, laughing, even through the worst of times. You know, people will never know it because when I do come to this platform and when I do shoot that content, that is my therapy. Right. That's why I love doing it. It's never going to be a job for me. What we're doing right now is not like, oh, let me take out some time of my day and let me, nah, it's like, well, yeah, I'm glad I can get on Left Lane Chronicles and speak my story and chop it up with my partner. You know what I mean? So it's like, and do it with my brother at the same time. Like we could just chill in the room and just chop it up and have a conversation. So I just sit here to tell people, like, even as a YouTube content creator and a motorcycle rider, that merging the two, I'm not taking one away from the other. Right.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people will tell you that, you know, by them starting to create content, it kind of took the fun out of riding. Right. When I mark my words, y'all, I just hit the red button. That's it, y'all. I don't think about the content. I just hit the red button. When I get home, I sit back and see what I got, edit it, post it. That's it.
I think that's another thing too. Like, as far as being on YouTube or creating videos, that has helped us as far as being in our creative space. Now we got an outlet that we can actually pour some passion and some ideas into. 'Cause like I said, it was for one time in life, it was always music. We
Been like that since I was 12. I've been rapping and writing my own rhymes since I was 12 years old. Like Lil Wayne.
Yeah, exactly.
I've really been doing that since I was 12. So when people hear my intro, a lot of folks ask me, "Did you write that?" Yes. Yeah. I wrote every word. If you
And
listen
it's a
to
good,
it, it's from my heart.
it's a phenomenal intro too. I just want to say that.
I appreciate that, man. I really do, man. But again, just like my content, or I try to move in purpose, speak with purpose. You know, anything I do now, which I wasn't always good at, but I try to come from the heart and let it mean something. You know, even when I'm shooting these videos, it might just be a ride to the store, but it's another beginner that jumped on that channel that went through the same thing, that's watching me switch gears, watching my RPMs. I did it. When do he? Oh, Rev Max. I did it.
I'm looking at dashboard. I'm looking at RPM.
Y'all just don't know. I
we actually
studied y'all riding. Yeah. Okay, he riding the left lane. Okay, so he do be further over here. And you know, any little thing that you think that you're doing on your videos that somebody can take from it, and that's why I tell people to just keep creating.
Yeah, straight up.
Don't look at the views. Don't care about the analytics. Just keep creating, because see, God created us to create. We are creators, not consumers. So if we're sitting consuming the content all day, but not turning around and giving back and creating content, and that's how I look at it. I can't just suck up all the knowledge and everything and then what?
Don't do nothing.
I'm gonna give it back. Yeah. I'm consuming all of it. I'm not gonna just keep it for myself. So how about I drop a video of something that I was inspired by? This guy just went on a ride, went on the state line. I woke up and said I can do it too. Now I'm finna create a video doing it too. Just, trying to give back to the universe and the people. And I think all of us do it in our own little way. Mm-hmm. And we really don't know. You know, just like what you're doing now. You're giving back to the community. You're giving back to me and my brother, giving us this opportunity. This is your platform. You see what I'm saying? You didn't have to open up your doors to your platform and your time to take the time out to interview me and my brother. So just being able to take advantage of those opportunities and be on top of it and be supportive. Like, I'm here to support your channel. I'm here to support Left Lane Chronicles. It's about Scooter and J Dot, but we here on Left Lane Chronicles channel. This is what it's about. You're bringing this content. Right. I'm just here to speak my story, but this is your content. And that's why I really appreciate you bringing us out today, man, to chop it up.
Hey, no problem. And speaking about y'all riding journey and being new riders, what is a big lesson, or what are some lessons that you feel like you learned earlier in your as riders, that you learned earlier on as riders?
I'll say probably the biggest lesson that I've learned is consistency is key. Practice is fundamental. uh, that's what I take. Those two things, man. Just being consistent of continuing just to ride your bike and push yourself. Of course, do it within a safe parameters. Now, don't go out here. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't roll over 5,000 miles, and I haven't been on the highway not one time. It's not the fact that I'm scared of the highway or anything like that. It's just I choose to ride back roads. Like, that's just something that's appealing to me. Now, there's a lot of risk with doing that. with surface streets, you got a lot more traffic lights, a lot more stop and goes, more turns,
all types of stuff,
you got a little bit more. But that to me is exciting. And like I said, me being consistent in doing that has built my confidence up to where I'm very comfortable riding those parameters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And of course, like I said, practice. Like honestly, every time I get on my bike, any parking lot that I'm leaving out of, I'll always do my clutch control and brake
You got to see
before I even take off. So even if I stop at the gas station, when I'm leaving out that gas station, I'm finding that friction zone again. I'm doing my slow motion maneuvers. I might turn around the gas station 2 times before I even hit back on the road, just to get that muscle memory back, just to get that feel back into it before I get back out on the road. You know what I mean? So if I constantly do that, like I said, being consistent and working on the practice things, I think that's like one of the biggest things I kind of like took from you. You can't take it for granted. 'Cause like I say, any
Yeah.
given time, you get on this thing, you get too comfortable, then you get too relaxed.
Yeah,
And I'm a
never
truck
get
driver, so
comfortable,
we
bro.
know about complacency. They speak
Never
about
get
it all the
comfortable.
time. Get behind that truck. I drive trucks for a living. I've been driving, almost 15 years. So of course I can get behind that truck, throw that thing cruise control one leg up and ride like this all day long. That's complacency. You know what I mean? I still check my mirrors. I still looking down. I still use a Smith system. I still, so it's certain things that I could constantly do, but it keeps me safe.
And that's
I apply
something
the
that
same thing to the motorcycle world.
yeah, that's one thing that I noticed with him. And for me, my two things I really learned is ride your own ride. And I want people to understand, like I know this it sounds so cliche. It's just a quote. That's one of the realest quotes, and that's why so many motorcyclists really preach it, is because bruh, I be outside, okay? I'm in the city, I done linked up with a lot of guys. They have allowed me to ride my own ride, man. Shout out to everybody who rode with me, my brother, or me myself. You know what I mean? They really look after the beginner rider. And a
Hmm.
lot of my OG now that's watching, they say I can't use that word no more. You know what I mean? I'm no longer a beginner rider, but now we could probably use the word modest rider. Is it?
Yeah. Well, novice.
Yeah, novice.
Novice.
I'm a step over beginner, but
We're in a rookie. We're in the second year. We sophomore year.
when I tell y'all ride your own ride, I mean it, because it's been times where I could have stepped out of my not comfort zone, but my ability of what I know I can do. Now,
Yeah.
if I've already done it, then it's like, yeah, I know I can do it. But I done been on roads that I went on there with somebody else, curves that I hit. Like I wouldn't have chose to come over here.
Right.
I remember getting brought to the first clubhouse, bro. And I remember people telling me, when you go to 90% clubhouse, gonna have gravel, you know. So we just come out the street and I'm talking about a whole driveway gravel. First time, I'm in front of hundreds of bikers, club members. Just think about how the who man, I can't mess up now. I can speak for that. I done been there, but it's fun. All of these experiences is fun, and you got to ride your bike to experience it.
That's it. Man.
Um,
Ride your bike first.
just ride, bro.
So
And
not I don't mean to cut you off, but we do have a question for you guys.
Mm.
From Gliding, Riding, and Smiling. He asks, "Where do you think y'all would be at if y'all didn't have one another?"
Oh man. Honestly, I wouldn't have a motorcycle. I can say that for sure. Even with what had happened. I don't know if I would have took that on by myself. You know what I mean? So I wouldn't. I mean, I can probably honestly say that I wouldn't be a rider right now, honestly, because he really inspired me to ride. Yeah, true enough, we came together, we had an idea of it,
Hmm.
but I don't have any friends who actually ride bikes. You know what I mean? I got a partner, I think he had a bike, but he don't ride as much. You know what I'm saying? But I don't have close people. My uncles don't ride. My aunt does ride, but
they
she
really
didn't
have
share no knowledge with us. You know what I mean? Like she never brought her bike out to me to stand the third. So that wasn't in my plans. I mean, honestly, I'd just be on the road trying to be looking for land or something. You know what I mean? Like I would just be in a different trajectory of life, honestly, if he wasn't by my side because he really inspired me. When I saw him take on that challenge and I saw what it did to him and for him. I was like, oh, hold up now.
Like I
If
said,
he know it, I know I can do it. You know what I'm saying? Like
my brother,
ain't too many things that you can do that I can't do now. You know what I mean? So, it was just one of those things. But honestly, where would I be without him? Yeah, man, I definitely wouldn't be no rider right now.
So I
Honestly.
guess
then
so I
shout
guess
out to
like
my brother, man. I'm working down at Harley because of him. You know what I mean? Like our stories, like
Yeah.
you know, we always he's always been like you said, he's the big brother, so he's always gonna push me, bro. He knows me. When I'm out of line, he gonna let me know. When I'm tripping, when I'm slipping, when I'm falling, he'll be there to catch me. Um, but I remember just, I before the motorcycle journey, me and my brother was just going through a lot spiritually, man. I don't know if it was because our father was finna lead us earth, but we went through a real transition,
tear down.
like from different sides, and then came together. It brought us together. Um, and we just our whole life changed within the last 3 years. Like a year before my father's passing, and then of course these last 2 years. But even when it comes to our career, I made him get back in the trucks.
Sure enough.
My brother was running his own company, and I seen it just, it wasn't tearing him down, but I used to tell him, like, bro, you got to take time for yourself, bro. Like, all you do is work. He running his own company. I get it. But I used to tell him, like, bro, I don't like seeing you like that. Like, get back in that truck. You got CDL, bro. Just get back in the truck, get the bag, and then now you at least got some time to yourself because he was constantly, if he wasn't doing an install, he was working on a lead or going to check a car. I even worked with him with Pit Crew. Like he created his own auto glass repair business, like from hand down, from scratch. I watched him do it. And I told him, I said, man, just take a pause on it. I know that's your baby, man, but get back in that truck. Boom, he go do it. Same thing with me, I'm going through things and I'm just like, man, I want a career change. I'm tired of being frustrated at work. I'm tired of being, you know, just hard labor work is serious, man. And I've been doing it since I was 17 years old,
Right.
and I've always been in logistics. So I didn't drive trucks, but I did everything dealing with trucks, the bill of ladings, the everything. I created paperwork. I managed warehouses and, supervised warehousing. I just got tired of that warehouse energy. So one day my brother was just like, man, Frazier's hanging. I'm like, what? He was like, just go, bro. I went and I'm on to a whole nother avenue of life that's just amazing. I've never been super excited. Wake up like I'm ready to go. Like dressed early, pulling up early. I'm at the dealership 30 minutes before shift start.
Man, get to ride a motorcycle to work and be around motorcycles all day.
Oh man.
And leave with people who ride motorcycles.
Oh man, my coworkers, I get to ride home on Harleys with my coworkers, bro.
so speaking
That's
speaking
like
of
the
life.
best feeling ever.
So speaking of life, what does bike life truly mean to each of you?
So that's why I created this channel. Georgia is where I'm born and raised. It's the city that I live in, the city that I love, the state that really created who I am, what y'all hear, the accent, the everything that y'all see is this is Georgia, right? Biker, that's me. I'm a biker. And the life is everything that comes with it. This podcast, this interview, every moment, every smile, every handshake, every hug, every patch, every stop sign, every light. It's so deep. It's all life.
Yeah.
As long as my heart is beating, I'm gonna be recording and twisting that throttle. And it's not stopping from here. That's the life. It's literally what it is. It's the life of being a biker,
Yeah.
in the state of Georgia. And the whole world will be able to see it. Yes, I'm gonna hit state lines, but Georgia has so much to offer. We have beautiful roads, scenery, lakes, man. I can't wait till the viewers see what we got coming for the rest of 2026. Um, we got some rides coming up. Shout out to Skeeter.
Yeah.
We got some big things, some surprises left and right for all of you out. We're gonna have a lot of surprises for 2026, man. And it's a blessing. And I just want to continue to live life and using that motorcycle as my vessel to go through life and continue to tell my testimony and speak my truth. That's what it's really all about.
Yeah.
And for
So
me, far as bike life itself, man, like the whole mantra of bike life is similar to what he said, man. Like it has a life of its own. and you really have to nurture it. You really have to
Wouldn't
care
have it
for
without
it.
one.
You really have to, pour into it. And that's just what it is. It's everything. It's from the time you throw your leg over it, pulling up to the gas station, fueling your bike, taking these trips, going places you've never been before, like you said. And the thing about, us being able to record this thing and start this community, and that's why I tell people on YouTube, you're more than subscribers. You know what I mean? Like, you're supporters as well. Like, I think YouTube has one of the biggest motorcycle communities. Like, if you have any other genre of things that goes on, YouTube has a big community because we actually get together and enjoy each other at any given state, time, and everything else. No matter if you got something going on in Connecticut, something going on in Georgia, Texas, Cali, whatever, you're able to link with those people who have that same like minded for you. So with bike life, that's just what it is. It's a whole life of its own that you really have to nurture. And that's one thing I've learned about it. Like, it's an everyday thing. It really is.
I love it, dog. 365, boy.
Yeah.
So what made you both start your YouTube channels?
So me in general, I have a love for photography.
Mhm.
I have a love. All right, so growing up, granddad. So my dad's dad, they called him D-Dad Senior. He was the one that had the camcorder, and I told folks, not no camera, a camcorder.
VHS tape.
In your face all the time. On a regular day, you just come to see granddad, he gonna open the door, hey, with the music playing like, I got my grandbaby here. I just grew up with stacks of VHSs and photo albums. Like, you go over my grandmama had 20, 30 of them in the living room. You want to see my cousin, my third cousin, my second aunt.
Time capsules.
Just it was all the memory. Who is that, grandma? I remember. Oh, that's your Aunt Betty. That's your, it tells the story. Without these photos and these videos, bro, it's like, what do you go back to see? Yes, we got these memories, but the older we get, some of them memories might go away. Yeah. Some of them, oh man, I forgot I went. How many older people, like, oh, I forgot I went down. No, I ate here before. Boom. Nah, granddad, you ate here. Nah, I remember I took you here, baby. We went here. I've been there. So it's telling that story. And then on top of it, I said, I already was doing gun content. Like me and you were speaking before, I do firearm training as well. So I've already dabbed in YouTube and content creating, right? Which I tell people, I don't consider myself creating content because I feel like content is thought out. Me and you talk about having a team, a script, a location, lighting, and I don't dwell in all that. I just, whatever I got going on, wherever I'm at, I just hit the record button and I record what I got going on. I drop whatever gems or information or knowledge I have. I show people what I got going on, what you can do, what you can't do. And it's just always been something fun for me, man. So I just brought that over to the motorcycle. I was like, with this, I didn't have too many videos. So people don't know, not only did I receive the motorcycle, if you watch the channel, I have my dad's vest, but I also, it came with his GoPro.
It came with GoPro, yeah.
So my dad used to record, and when I was doing gun content, I used to send him my videos. I even got a video of him coming to the range to shoot with me. He used to tell me, son, you got to show me how you upload them videos, man. You got to show me how to, I want to do the YouTube thing too, man. And
Yeah.
we never got a chance. He was in Louisiana. I want to show him like that. It's easy. Just do this with your SD card. But he basically had a lot of recordings, but he never got to post them, y'all. Nobody ever seen it. I'm probably the first person that seen any of his videos, bro. They was just on his SD card. So that alone, the first couple videos, I'm recording on the same SD card with the same camera that my father did. I'm using the same handlebar mount. It was very deep universally when it came to, basically dad was like, here, this is what I want you to do. I got something for you.
Here's your new life.
Here's your whole life. I'm no longer here, but you got a job to do. And I took it, me and bro was sitting in the garage, and I came up with the name, and we were just like, man, if I started one, my company name Guns and Butter. I took that, of course, from Baby Boy, but I LLC'd. Nobody had it LLC. So Guns and Butter is my firearm company, and I had Guns and Butter 365, which means every day. So I was like, what would I name my YouTube channel for the bike? And I looked at my brother, and I was just like, instantly, it wasn't no thinking. I was just like, Georgia Biker Life. My brother was like, that's it. I sat there on the phone, created the channel, did the first short of me trying to pull it in the garage, and I couldn't get it in the garage, and I just put POV as a beginner rider.
Struggling.
And that was my first video, man. And fast forward to now, man, shout out to all 2,715 subscribers that we have gained in the last year and a half, 2 years, man. I really appreciate everybody who subscribed to this channel, that likes, comment, and I appreciate it, man. And the sky's the limits, man. Wherever God take us, that's where we going, y'all.
Definitely. What up, cousin? That's my cousin from Mobile, man.
What going on?
What up, fool? For sure, man. For sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Man, that's big right there, man. And that's another thing, like even to see our family see this journey as well. Cause like I said, nobody in our family really rides like that.
Yeah.
So our cousins know some of the backstory, and I'm pretty sure for them, my cousins, my aunts, even my mother now, to see us do this, I know they all like they proud of us too.
It wasn't in the thoughts of us
at all.
It wasn't like Jan Scooter gonna be riding bikes when they get older. Nah.
So how did your content evolve from your first video to now?
Shout out to my girl Gail's Moto for one.
Yeah.
It definitely upgraded when she bought me my first mic set. So to all the content creators, my first 10 videos was with my iPhone, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Everything, a lot of things that y'all seen was just strictly with my iPhone. I did not have an action camera. I had my dad's, but the GoPro, it was an older one. It overheat. I learned about GoPros, and I think I'm recording, and I get home, and it's like SD card that does not read. I'm starting to just learn the
Hey, I
headaches of being a DJI, baby.
Yeah.
And then once we linked over, shout out to my wife, man. She's so special, man. I appreciate all that she do. She's not really into the motorcycle, but anything that I like to use the word indulge in because that's what she likes to say. Well, everything I dive deep into, man, my wife does support it from a outside standpoint. She don't really get too much involved, but she involved enough to like she knew something that I love doing. So she actually bought me my first DJI camera for my birthday the last year. And when she bought me that, then everything went up. Then of course I was able to vlog more. The microphone, I was able to talk to my viewers. And I remember her telling me that. Gail told me, she was like, I know you got so much to say to the people while you riding. And she was like, this is just going to help your content. God told me to do it. I got a gift for you. And what y'all see today, man, I'm running one DJI camera and I'm running the DJI mini mic. The drone coming, the 360 coming, all of that is coming, y'all. As much more and more that this channel grows, I'm telling you, all of that investment of this channel will be coming. But right now, it's just, sit behind in the cockpit with your boy Scooter and see where I'm going, who I'm meeting, what I'm showing, what we eating. And that's just really what
And for me, it was more, like I said, we ride together. We do pretty much everything together. So I was always on his channel anyway. I didn't really think about starting my own channel. I had my trucking channel, Second Nature Trucking, when I got back into truck driving. I was dibbling and dabbling, playing around with cameras and stuff like that, just trying to figure out how to even create a video. But when we were just riding together, I was always on his channel. So I was like, I didn't need to create my own channel. And then, he told me like, nah, create your own channel. You know what I mean? Have it from your perspective. Because it's going to be days that I don't ride with you. You know what I mean? Which is true. Because now I can film me going to work and I can give my perspective of how my journey is going, And like I said, it definitely helped out. And with that, the channel is growing. And, I appreciate all the support that, people that from his channel that came over and actually gave me on my channel as well. And like I said, we're going to continue to do it. You're going to still see me all over his as well. And you're going to see him on mine, you know what I mean? But it's just going to be from my perspective, my POV, my ride, showing my bike. You know what I mean? So that's the reason why. And then same thing, the same sentiment. I want to showcase this for my son for the most part. Like I said, having that documented journey and he can see what his father did from this point to such and such point, places I go, and he can see what attracts me and why I'm out here doing it, right? Because he don't know. It's just daddy got a motorcycle, he gone,
Yeah.
right?
He hears
But now,
critical, they hear us
he
leave,
can
but they
see,
don't know what we doing while we
oh
gone.
man, you be riding with all those guys. Oh, you be here. Oh, I like the color of that bike. Oh, who is that? You know, now he's asking questions because now he's starting to see what it is that his dad do. And I don't really have to just keep telling him, you know, Sunday, son, you know, Sunday fun day, son. You know,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
to take hit road,
Bike night for the first time, man. Pull up with him on a bike night.
Yeah.
Taking kids to the bike night for the first time. Stuff like that, man. Just inspiring them. They don't have to ride, but
At all.
just to understand why dad ride.
Exactly. And that's the
That's
key.
it.
That's the key.
Yeah. I mean, so for me, with my son, he loves making beats. And
Mm.
the last video I did, he actually made that beat that I'm playing on
Oh
that.
man.
That's
So
That's
dope.
special, that dog.
yeah, so
That's
he
dope.
he he gets excited to make them, and he's like, "Hey, you can use this for your videos." So I'm like, "Yeah," and it's really good beats. So
Right.
I can't really complain. And
Yeah.
even if you know what I'm saying, and even if it was him first starting out doing it, I would still put it on there. Why? Because it's something that he did, for me, and he enjoyed doing it.
Absolutely.
All right.
And I think that's something similar to my guy Bike Life Commando down in Savannah, right? You know, he started his YouTube channel, and I think the inspiration came from his son, and his son is helping him as far as editing and music and everything else for his videos. You know what I
Just
mean?
to have them involved is
And
special.
like I said, yeah, just to have them involved, and like I said, because this is it's something different for us when we out here riding, and it's kind of hard to tell people what it is and what it brings to us, right, and what it
We gotta
does
show
for
them.
us.
We gotta show them, let them feel it.
But if they can see what's going on and why we do it, they get a better understanding of their perspective, right?
Exactly.
And it makes it a lot easier conversation to say, I'm finna go here, I'm finna go there, and they can understand it a lot better. And of course, having them involved in it, they feel like they're a part of it. You know what I mean? No matter what it helps bring, you know, it might be a stress reliever for some of us. It might be some of us dealing through grief, which was a major part of it when we first began.
Yeah.
We were just really dealing with grief. You know what I mean? Well, I was
It
really,
was an outlet, man.
really running away from things.
Yeah.
And the bike helped me get away from them. You know what I mean? In a sense, help you clear your head, get out of your head, and focus, you know, on the ride and stuff like that. So that part of it in the beginning, and once we, you know, still deal with it, but it's not as heavy as it once was, and it's transitioned to the love of the bike now. You know what I mean? At
Yeah,
first, it was just dealing with things and fighting, right? Now we kind of fought that fight.
Yeah.
It's now
We
it's
on
all
the
about
other side of
we
it.
blooming. We love now. You know what I'm saying? Now it's the
yeah.
energy has shifted totally.
So since we talking about rides, and speaking of experiences with our kids and our families, you know, what are some upcoming rides or trips you're most excited about?
Mm. So I had this idea of doing the Four Corners here in Georgia. I saw a video back when, and I think it was some young ladies who did Four Corners of Virginia or some state that they did, right? And it
Hmm.
just sparked this idea. I'm like, man, what if we rode the Four Corners of Georgia? You know what I mean? And I've looked it up on YouTube. Rambo, that's what's up, Rambo.
We see you, Rambo.
Absolutely. So it sparked the idea of doing the Four Corners here in Georgia. So we actually putting this thing together now, man. Shout out to Skeeter Ray, your favorite cousin, glad and riding and smiling. So we trying to put together that we mapping out this four corner ride that we're gonna put together. It's about a good 1,200 miles around the whole state of Georgia, going for all four corners.
Yeah.
Probably 13 overnight trip down to Savannah somewhere, and then once we actually map it out and do everything, and we actually make that ride, we actually gonna try to create it for other riders to be able to
In
come
the
to the state
future.
of Georgia,
Yeah, it'll be
and they
something
know
we do yearly.
where the Four Corners is and how to go about it. So that's just something that, a personal thing that we're working on. And then of course, throughout that time, of course you got all these rallies and everything to come up, but it might be only like two maybe long rides of the year. Thinking about heading out to Louisiana.
I want to go visit my pops, man.
Yeah.
We have not visited his grave site since he's been gone.
Yeah, and it's down in Louisiana.
He's at a memorial site, military, and it's real nice and beautiful. You know what I mean? Somewhere we could just pull straight in. And that's one thing that I'm glad he's at. So they keep it beautiful. The grass stay cut.
Right.
You know, they wipe down the headstones. It's like he's in a great, beautiful spot. But that's one thing that I do want to knock off. Definitely want to hit GQ, man. But this year, you know, new job, new career. I won't be able to get that day off, man. I actually work on Saturdays now, so it's going to be kind of hard this year. A lot of my plans kind of got veered just because of my new career, you know, with me and my off days. And I'm so used to having weekends off, man. I've had weekends off at every job. If we are working weekends, you know, it time and a half double, you know. But right now, it's just like, if I ain't at work, I ain't making money. You know, I'm a salesman, so it's like I got to be there for my customers. I got to be there on that floor to make sure that dealership is able to move bikes, man. You know what I mean? So right now, you know, it's gonna be a whole lot of Georgia riding though. I got a lot of spots like we was talking about, you know, Indian Mounds and I definitely gotta hit the Providence Canyon and you
Okay.
know, we're gonna get out and definitely ride our bikes all year long.
Yeah.
You know,
We gonna ride.
y'all stay tuned and ain't no telling really what we gonna do, man. And that's one thing about Georgia Biker Life is I really don't like, and it sounds crazy, but I don't really plan too much, y'all. Me and this man, we might just check the weather and be like, up, 7 degrees Sunday.
Feel good.
Let's shoot
That's
South
right.
Carolina, bro. You see what I'm saying? We gonna get up at 3 in the morning, we just gonna go. You know, so it's like, you know, learning how to create rides and things like that, that's coming later on in the channel where I want to really put together group rides with the Georgia Biker Life family.
Right.
The Hog and Lanes family, we just all to come together. Shout out to Sensei. He already does it here. Just went on a nice ride with him. He has a whole group me chat, bro. Where if you living in the state of Georgia, you ride bikes, y'all can join the group me and y'all can get in on all these rides. My boy Sensei will have you outside. Shout out to Sensei and the Ride Fit Nation, man. Go Rush Nation over there, dog. I really support what he got going on. That's a real rider, man. It is what it is. You know, Sensei drop more content than content creator. You hear me? Shout out to him, man. That's a hard working man. He does it all. That's man. Yeah, my boy is the jack of all trades. You know what I mean? But I love that, man, because same thing, it inspires people and it inspires me. You know, he just put up a video recently. You know, I know who for a fact who riding with him, man. Shout out to you. You know what I'm saying? But he got some folks prospecting with him and everything, man. So you know, he's like a big brother too, dog. Like you got guys out here that really take you up under their wing if need be. If you need that person on you, man, like look, man, get on your bike. They out there, bro.
Yeah,
I got a couple of them in my circle, man. Like, hey man, do this, do it. You know, stop procrastinating, just do it. So it's like we got a lot coming in this state, man. Shout out to all the content creators across the globe that's doing anything on YouTube or TikTok or any platform you're doing it on, man. Just keep doing it. Keep doing it. You know what I mean? That's my main thing is to not just inspire you to do what I'm doing. I want to inspire you to do what you want to do. It's a difference in that. I'm not an influencer. I'm an inspirer. I want to inspire people. I don't want to influence anybody. Do what you do. But if you want to watch what I got going on, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So, are there any plans for merch meetups or group rides with subscribers?
Oh, definitely, definitely. We got some things in the we got some cool things in the hood.
I mean, think about this, you know, when you get out here and like I say, you know, some of that stuff is expected and a lot of people want to just jump into it and do it, right? But one thing for sure is this, like I said before, it's a baby. You want to nurse, you want to do it the right way. I think the people deserve
got a crowd
doing it right,
man.
So we don't want to just come out here and just be hitting people over here. Yes, this is what we're doing. Huh, buy this, buy that. It ain't really about that. If you want the support, for sure, like it's well appreciated. And I mean, so we got some things in the works that we're gonna be putting together. We got some t-shirts that we're gonna try to
definitely gonna get some stickers this year, bro. I'm
yeah.
pants, not stickers.
Y'all got stickers
to the dealership and get them.
Yeah, we got stickers coming.
That's one thing I definitely want to get in motion, man. I had a lot of people ask me, because shout out to everybody who even came to the dealership that popped up on your boy and be like, I'm subscribed to your channel. It blows my mind every time. But I do want to have something for all my supporters, man. Yes, I'm giving y'all the videos, but when y'all do meet me, I do want to have something on hand that I can just personally give to you for free. It's not about the money. You know, if y'all want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button. You know,
Yeah.
hit the like button, get the likes up.
Drop the comments.
Drop
Like,
comments,
we love
conversation.
having
I
the
answer every
conversation.
comment. If y'all don't know, bro, if you comment on Georgia Biker Life channel,
We're gonna talk.
I'm personally gonna respond to you in good timing. I read them like text messages, bro.
Yeah.
That's one thing. I don't pay attention to the views, but if I get a notification that somebody commented, bro, I'm back like, hey man, thank you. You know, thanks for the because bro, I got people telling their testimony in my comments, and I sit and read them, and I started riding back in 1965, and my first bike was. Now I'm 85 years old. I done gave it up, but they're living through our content, y'all. So that's why I'm trying to tell you, you got older guys that cannot ride no more, and they sit and they get in that POV and they listen to that bike and they watch it on that 50-inch screen or 52-inch or 65-inch, and it's like we get to take them there. That's special. That's giving back, man. If you feel like you can't do nothing monetarily, you know, we could do so much spiritually, man, and just giving, you know, whatever it is that you have that you can give, and through content, man, you really you can make people smile, bro. You lift people days. Right now, I notice you got people with snow everywhere. I get people like, bro, I'm living through your content.
Right.
I have not rode
Right.
in 3 weeks due to the snow. So I'm watching every video.
One of them
Absolutely.
people.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So we do it for y'all, man. So it's so many reasons that keep us dropping these videos, and they will continue to drop, man. But I just want to thank y'all for supporting. You know,
Absolutely.
I really do, man, because you don't have to. Nobody has to hit no like button. Nobody has to share your content. Nobody has to tune in to the lives. But for everybody that's doing it, man, I'm from the bottom of my heart, I'm saying thank you.
Appreciate it. And Shaw will always, appreciate
my
it.
dog, man. I appreciate it.
And I just got a question for you guys before we get out of here. One must have item on every ride.
One must-have item on every ride. Shit, my tire pressure monitor. Like straight up, man. Like when I first started riding, it was like a little thing that I didn't like. But once I really got into it, like I really outfitted the bike to have all the things on there, and I started taking it more serious, like checking that tire pressure. Because one day I was riding, and I felt that walk, I felt that displacement, and I was like, no, that don't feel good. You know what I mean? Check tire pressure. I think I was about 10 pounds under.
I got one for y'all, and y'all ain't
Never
gonna
again.
expect it. You know, everybody say the tire pressure, you too, bro. Get what a lighter. How about that? A lighter. I gotta have a lighter on my bike. Say it ain't so. You see what I'm saying? I'm keeping it real. You know, they were all the smokers, bro. Pull over, get to the man. Let me go. This is a nice look. Oh man, what? Gotta have a torch or a light on the bike, bro.
All right, y'all. Well, tonight was straight throttle therapy. Big shout out to Scooter and J Dot, two brothers turning their passion for riding into purpose, content, and community. From their origin story to the future goals, they're they're proving that bike life is more than just riding. It's a legacy you build along the way. I appreciate y'all pulling up to Left Lane Chronicles. To everybody watching, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And go show love to Georgia Biker Life and Hogging Lanes. Until next time, keep the rubber side down. Remember, keep them twos down and the throttle twisted. This your boy Shy will glide, and I'll catch you in the left lane. We out. Oh, also before I get out of here, I just want to say that we did have a few comments. I want to read them before we get out of here. I don't want to. I
Yeah,
don't want
please
anybody
do, please
being
do. Absolutely.
us ride. Okay, we have Okert. Us riders up north need you all in the south to keep pushing the riding videos out. Your videos are my wind therapy sessions. So
Yeah,
Absolutely,
I
man. We
appreciate
got you.
that.
We got you. Guarantee you.
We're gonna keep them coming.
So I just want to say for those of you that's looking for something to do before the summertime comes, GQ actually has an event coming up. It's called Unleash the Peace 3. Make sure you guys
UTP.
get your tickets. They out
Absolutely.
now. If you need to know where you need to get your tickets, don't worry about that. I can get that information for you as well right
Yeah,
here.
search it. Shout out to
So
GQ, man, and everything that he doing.
Peace on the worldwide, man, for sure.
other than that, everybody have a good night. Ride safe and we'll see y'all next time in the left lane.
Man, bless us, man. Take care.